Alright, welcome back to another Star Rail stream. A little later than usual, but that's fine for me. We will probably still continue regardless. With the usual 3 hours. But either way. We are still in Amphoreus. We are still yet to, or rather we are still working on catching up with Amphoreus, with the main story even. And last time around, I was expecting that we maybe will finally give over the core flame, but never mind. Didn't quite happen just yet. Instead, we had heard quite a bit of a background. Sorry, I didn't realize this was the thing. Where the rainbow falls, is your gaze there as well? Looking at the stars shining in the center of the vortex, you think of the healer who is currently supporting the Sky Dome. She heals wounds with her superb medical skills and mends scars with her gentle smile. She travels alone, shouldering the mission of returning to the sky, even though the blessings promised by the prophecy are but echoes of a curse. No matter their roles, there are always those who uphold a will to protect others, dreaming of the tomorrow that's yet to come. You always bears the burden alone. Didn't realize that was a thing. But yeah, either way, last time around we had heard quite a lot of backstory from Phainon specifically. But he was about to give over the core of land, but just simply hadn't quite done so yet. In the meanwhile, we do see that this place is getting rather... Oh. Not gonna lie, actually cool effect. That this place is seemingly starting to collapse a little. But either way, I don't actually know. Okay, that's just it. Okay. Right, so we are going to interact with Lygus, who will apparently show the final thing, basically, that happened in this iteration, I guess. So we will see. Obviously these are like all these different memories. And we've thought last time around we've seen a lot of backstory from Phainon himself. So this time, let's see what happens if he finally submits the final core flame.
Allow me to give you a warning, most earnest. Once you see what these memories hide,
which, not gonna lie, I think will be
the
interesting.
world's course will be forever irreversible.
Show me the final memory.
Ah, very well. As you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival, and this, too, is the very reason I must show you everything. I believe that since you've bathed in that Eon's gaze, you can make Amphoreus' frozen fate flow once again.
You know, I would hope. And I guess let's say.
Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphoreus.
Who's standing there?
The final eternal recurrence created by
Oh,
this
no, that's
man's
us,
hand.
isn't it?
And the last one this world shall undergo.
Look, I think that's us,
At
right?
the swordsman's side stands one
Yeah, okay, that
he has
is
sometimes
us.
called companion, other times comrade. That nameless hero,
But, like,
absent.
he's
from the
showing us
annals
this.
of
Then
history.
why
He is the swordsman's ideal.
why don't we know
youth,
any of this?
The deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now,
Like, I don't know what to
in the
think of
name
this.
the nameless, he has become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of Amphoreus. And this time, under his guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world
I mean, last
flow?
time he put it in.
And what is the ultimate truth of
Right,
the
I guess that's
nature of
okay. No, that's the
Amphoreus?
memory we've seen, I guess.
There are many mysteries yet
Right.
to be unwound.
But it paused it, so
if
I don't know.
I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th flame chase journey. The master of the countless memories we saw. The other important actor now stepping into the vortex.
I actually do wonder what would happen if you told Phainon this.
Burnt their own self to cinder.
It feels like he must know, but at the same time he clearly doesn't. Suddenly cutscene, not surprised with that. I'm a little more surprised about that specifically.
In the end, you succeed. Executioner. With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
Right, he does. This weird thing, it looks a little similar to basically the opposite of Phainon, interestingly enough.
Once again, start everything.
How am I even supposed to read this if it disappears within 1 second? Okay, either way, what we'll probably just do is, actually, only one phase. That is not a normal enemy, or like not a boss enemy rather, which is a little surprising to me personally.
Stand still. I weep for
And we are able to chunk through this guy pretty quickly. Yeah, that is going too well, I would argue. That is genuinely going too well. You'd kind of expect this to be like a final or like a big boss fight or something, but it's clearly not. Makes me wonder what's up with that specifically.
Bad breathing. Relax.
This combat.
Right, he's gonna break in a moment. Not gonna do a lol ton. Never mind. That wasn't.
I weep for the
I say, I guess we should avoid breaking this guy if he has the other enemies around and just attack those instead. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much since we are still doing easy work of this guy.
good time.
Way
Time
too
to
easy
say
of a
bye.
work, to be honest.
Boom.
Can I have fun this time?
Stand still.
Although I don't know
Another
what his
journey
stacks
begins.
are here,
Just
to be
for
honest.
oblivion. Relax. I weep for the departed.
But I don't like this that is the guy just chunked us down this far, but either way. We can use this moment to heal back up. There we go. What did it say there? It said something about defeat as many as possible. But I guess it doesn't matter too much since there we go.
With your corpse, ignite the dawn!
Another cutscene.
How is this possible?
Right, this is like,
Of destruction.
is this like evil Phainon or something?
You then set your blood ablaze.
Which, to be fair, if you think about it, maybe this is the Phainon that already knows what's going on,
Combat needs
and he wants to stop it. Maybe. I feel like we'll find out as the story progresses, or this progresses.
Never time to say bye. Boom. No water for liquid.
Hang on, we have the Acheron ultimate that we can use.
It too shall fall.
There are the others gone, but we should heal up at least someone.
good, isn't
Say
it?
bye to breathing.
Time for a bug.
Was kind of useless now that I think about it, but either way. But I guess it does make sense. I was wondering about their weapons, and it looked like the opposite of Phainon.
For oblivion.
So, I guess there you go.
Again. Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Now we're struggling
More
slightly.
enemies.
Stand still.
This combat needs optimizing.
We might.
This is double
Oh,
speed.
no, that attacks are anymore. Was a bit of a waste of that ultimate, but fine for me either way.
It's just as I weep for the departed.
Right, that gets rid of this guy. Do we get another one?
Shall fall.
We got most of them.
Not enough. This storm shall fuel the fire.
Time to say bye.
Burn unceasing.
This does really feel like this is like evil Phainon.
Waters of liquid. Relax.
Which, to be fair, we might. I wonder if there will still be a third phase then.
Suffering.
Can I have fun this time?
Okay, we need to defeat as many as possible. That's what it said.
Stand still.
Although we do not really have anything notable right now.
You bully!
You would have to look into like hitting them as much as possible realistically. Well, Bilo will probably want to heal just in case. There we go. That should probably get rid of them. I would hope.
It too shall fall.
That one.
More enemies.
Not great at all.
Time for a bug.
Doing this so this guy disappears. No, we do not get an ultimate.
Let the fires of fury devour me.
At least it seems like 6 is enough to at least make sure we survive this. So, there you go.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double
Right, I
speed.
specifically waited on the ultimate so that we can use them now.
Never time to say bye.
Because that hopefully means I'll be able to get the get them weak enough. Remember, this is the last time Battle will be here, so I will have to use the
Thanks.
didn't go quite as planned, annoyingly.
Stand still.
It may be useful to actually go like this, but then Acheron can't do anything.
Free will
Like,
or was it
Acheron would need a little more than this.
waters of oblivion? Relax.
Oh, there we go.
I weep for the departed.
There we go. Okay,
It too shall fall.
I didn't see that in time, but either way, fine for me. Let's see. Right, so let's go with this.
Another journey begins.
And then Acheron can do this.
Stand still.
Kafka can use
Time
the
to say
ultimate.
bye. Boom.
So Wolf's gonna have to do the normal attack because I
This
need
combat
the
needs am I?
Oh,
seeing?
skill point for Vital Seal up.
Need a doctor?
And let's just do it like this.
Don't worry.
Yeah, there you go.
Just
That was
fine.
fine. That was fine for me personally.
Still waters of oblivion. Stand still.
And I think like we are progressing good enough. There we go.
We witness the miracle. Such is the will.
Can we like figure out what this guy is now? I mean, it kind of looks to me like evil Phainon or something. It's like he has a similar weapon. It kind of looks similar-ish. Another one.
Why not? Let wrath incinerate fate.
Oh, not entirely sure what that symbol, what that text just said.
At last,
The issue if your
Amphoreus'
PC
fate
is
has
too
begun
fast
to shift.
that
Just as
you
I
can actually
foretold,
reload the loading
your
screens.
arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that eon's gaze, which can awaken the long dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the erudition abandoned by the Eon. Now, allow me to
Do I
reveal
want to see it? I mean,
the
yes,
final
obviously I
piece
do
of
want
the
to see it,
puzzle
but
for
still,
you.
like, I don't know. So, Phainon has
The
defeated the Flame
eternal
Reaver.
land, known
In
as
this iteration,
Amphoreus,
at least.
is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Final era nova before the eternal recurrence begins.
Phainon, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
So this is the era nova?
That's what it means to be a Chrysocer.
What does the world
So
look like
has
now?
it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphoreus' wishes be so cruel?
Alright, this is still the era nova?
We made the best choices we could, whenever we could.
But yeah, my theory is still
But in the end,
maybe we will
the prophecy
try
that led us, this black
to restart
tide
this
swallowing
once more
everything.
with everyone surviving.
Why does it look like this?
Oh. Is that the signal of everyone basically, or everything basically resetting again?
You see it too. Those burn marks. The flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along.
So the Titans were, I mean, I think in the like one of the first things we heard that some
Is that
Titans
Amphoreus
have
crying?
become part or like have sided with the Black Tide. I think it was said before.
It's screaming at its creator, at its god.
Phainon, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphoreus, where strange
I do
and
also, by the
fantastic
way,
dramas played out within.
so my understanding is now this is after
There were countless
the
versions
fight,
of
I
us,
think.
from countless different worlds.
Oh.
Perhaps. It wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those
So they all...
sorrowful thoughts
It
have
sounds to
become
me like
reality.
they already... It's not like Phainon forgot everything.
So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphoreus is merely a larger ID Silicii.
That's a fair
We are
point.
just characters in this tiny world, following
They
the
can't get
prophecy,
out because
stepping
simply
onto the same journey over and over.
they don't even exist.
What then is this so-called Era Nova?
How did we get inside?
And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
How did we get inside of this? Thinking about it.
As a reward.
Because that is a
for
big
reaching
question mark if
the
you think about it.
world,
How did we
let
slip
me
into this?
Answer your questions.
And we were back at the
As the
fountain based on
Theoros,
the music.
I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed.
Oh, he's actually talking. Okay, this is.
This
So,
is a moment
this
the
is now
universe
present
will
ti-
remember.
This is starting to get
After
actually confusing.
millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known
Clearly-
as Amphoreus has finally achieved results.
Clearly, there was like one occurrence where we have been here.
So, the results you speak of are this
I don't know what
wreckage
his
of a
background
world.
noise is. So, but this is
This
is the first iteration we saw from Phainon
to recreate the world.
being here, because that, like, when he submitted, Cyrene was behind of him.
We become
That's the
nothing
first
more
one.
than
Then there is an
sacrificial
iteration where we
offerings at
are
the end of
here.
everything.
And then
Exactly.
obviously
The
millions
Titans
of
are
different other
Chrysos
iterations
heirs of the
where
past, and Chrysos
someone else
heirs
was there.
Are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods.
I mean, was trying to.
They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
I know it looked a little like something just happened in the background.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Catholi's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives,
Yeah, the funny thing about
light will
that
burn
is,
away all the
didn't this
darkness.
exact thing happen literally 35 or 33 million times?
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of Amphoreus's calculations. A perfect
So, obviously,
equation
clearly,
of
Amphoreus is basically a
destruction.
simulation. How did we get into this? Still a question mark yet
So
to
in
be
your
unsolved.
eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers.
That's what it sounds like, what he's
Sell
trying to say.
yourself short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation,
If it wasn't
Curious
obvious, they are
question.
clearly not
Have
happy
you
about
ever
it.
considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphoreus is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each
Unfortunately, I
child.
mean, from the outside, we already
The
know that
golden
it
blood
seems like
flowing in your veins.
It seems
From the
like
blemished one,
that
whose name
Amphoreus is going towards
destruction
destruction.
itself. And Amphoreus's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel
We still also have
for the
Fully involved,
Aeon to burn the
actually.
universe.
Or at least seemingly.
Amphoreus has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496. Philia 093.
Are these like the code names in the simulation?
No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two
Sounds like that. That
are the
sounds like
final
these are like the
victors.
names of, or
For
at
you,
least,
the era
or basically
Nova
their
is
code
no
names, so to
lie.
speak.
Just
Which makes me wonder why
step
496 and
embrace the black
093.
tide And accept
Like this,
Aeon's
why this
gaze.
specifically? I wonder how this was
You will come to
like
life
this.
from a stream of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphoreus's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Are we heading? Once again, this Lord Ravager thing being
Or
named.
we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphoreus is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Aeon who can cast their glance at Amphoreus, right?
It isn't. It isn't just destruction. I forgot what Fully was again.
Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right?
Was like Fully was
And in
remembrance
reality-
again, right? I'm pretty sure Fully was remembrance. Yeah.
This world has already been under the watch of other eons. It's strange.
It
when you
was,
think
and he
about it.
should know, no?
If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black
I mean,
tide,
at least Black Swan
Your
knew,
goal would
and
naturally
by
be
proxy, we
achieved.
also knew. Or like,
why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
you're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another
interesting
possibility.
thought.
destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphoreus.
But yeah, this is what I was expecting. Like, there is gonna be something. Like, I feel like we might be going back. Maybe another iteration and then try and get everyone out here. With everyone surviving. I suspect somehow we'll try and do that.
Makes you think you are capable of
At the very
doing
least,
that?
somehow.
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay, that was sudden. That was sudden.
We're going to weave a long dream for Amphoreus, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended.
I actually wonder how
Everything
many
is still ongoing.
how many iterations of Amphoreus did he die in? It's like this had happened in the last
Just
stream as well.
Oryx's power, though. It should be impossible to achieve this.
I mean, you have all powers.
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream.
But actually, interesting enough, like this time, Cyrene is,
And the god
is a
behind
thing.
Ornyx that appeared in
Last
that dream.
time, or like one of those times, we had the powers.
Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Amphoreus. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, transforming each incarnation of me into the power you shall wield to reset time. Imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an
So,
endless
trying to get
adventurous
rid of
journey.
time to make the Force fully glancing at Amphoreus?
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue.
Which, to be fair,
Amphoreus'
is
grand design
what we had heard from
to deceive the
Black
gods,
Swan just happened.
deceive the world
Well, like,
itself.
technically now 2 versions ago.
But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you.
Oh.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy.
So,
What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey. So,
did Shay disappear so that we could take it on?
come on. Cheer up a bit, okay?
Is that what's going on?
In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey. And then let her become a romantic part of this story.
So Phainon, only
I
Phainon will,
believe
will
every
go on.
Cyrene will make the same choice. Erasing time again and again. Resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me. And I will always have my charm.
I mean, there are some Cyrene that somehow was talking to March. Like,
Then,
we are obviously
I'll fall
having
into a
some
sweet dream,
kind of mixture from all these
disappearing in
different
some small
instances.
corner of the world.
It's getting a little difficult to track what's
Quietly,
happening.
waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter.
So,
As long as I
no,
don't
the Flame Reaver
extinguish,
also.
the
I'm
flame
not
chase will
sure.
never end.
The Flame Reaver did look like a evil edition of Phainon. Or like,
Kill Amphoreus.
I don't know if this is now him of his iteration, or like, I don't know.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past, and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
Or like maybe, like because like we were in the iteration with the 6 at the end.
You need to hold
We
tight
saw
to this ceremony
a glance
blade.
of the one with 4 at the
After
end.
I'm
Maybe this
gone,
one is with
it
the
will
5th
take you
at the
back
end, with the
to the
5 at the
beginning
end.
of
I don't
time.
know.
The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everywhere,
The issue I
the
have though
companions
is
who
he going to be
sacrificed
aware
themselves
of?
alongside the deliverer
It's like, I don't
we
know
once
if he
dreamed of as
was.
children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
Because like it's not really clear to me if he's actually
If we
aware.
can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground until the day
Unless he
someone
was like
shatters this
literally
endless
quiet.
cycle and writes the final
In
chapter
that
of
case, my
Amphoreus'
respect, because I
fate.
don't think I would be able to remain quiet.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
As the Theros I have observed, destruction synthesis is formed.
And this is now present, maybe?
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come and turn over this mortal eternal and follows in our footprint to right anything understand that ever was.
Weird frame change there, frame rate change there, by the way.
That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Please don't tell me I gotta have to fight against him. But it looks like he has an awaken of something. I didn't quite get why. I mean, obviously we saw the initial number that we were at.
The world
Then it
is
turned to
collapsing,
0 and then back to 1. Like, I
and
don't.
the people are crying.
It's getting a little difficult to follow if it wasn't clear. And also, what's up with this name Kaslana?
We too must part ways here.
Wasn't like the one character of Impact 4 named like this or something? I don't quite, I'm not sure. Now, is this the guy that we had?
Elysiae, the little village of my childhood.
Is this the guy that we replaced in that memory?
Everything is as it was.
It must be.
It feels good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again.
Or is this like new Phainon talking with old Phainon?
Stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins?
Well, yeah, so
Will you see the
I feel like I've got the
motivation I gave you
ground,
as the manipulating
like the base
whispers of
situation.
destruction?
It's just that there are like multiple instances and that they are now mixing, and it's like getting
The
complicated.
convictions and
I don't
choices that come
quite
from
get
my
where
heart.
the name Caslana is now coming from.
I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish
But yeah,
to
I'm
become.
guessing that whoever this golden person is the person that
Real.
we...
Living person.
Like, I can't recognize who this
True hero.
is.
Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together.
Although it doesn't sound like
I'll
it's
be by
a
your side.
person.
Guiding you, just like before. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate,
Or is this...
and
I'm getting
embrace
confused
my
with those
origin.
iterations.
destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness.
Like, it
sweeping the
sounds like this is now the instance that we saw.
world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate.
Unless the
This world
cutscene
can't afford
that
a
we
soldier
saw
to
meant
wait.
like they jumped from iteration 33 million to iteration 1.
Do you remember when we were kids?
And how, for that
Everyone would
reason,
get
they...
so excited
I
drawing
guess
cards
that
like
could be it.
ruler or warrior, but throw fits.
I'm
over
not
devil
sure
and drunkard
at
and
all.
demand a redo.
But it could be.
Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. Then go, Caslana, as you promised. Deceive the world, seize the core flames, and rewrite your fate.
Okay.
Burn yourself up with
So
all
that
your
was
might.
his goal.
Wield your futility
Pretend
like a
everything
sword
is going like it's
and fight
like it used to,
against the gods.
and then just defeat whatever's behind it. Now, in iteration 1.
In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Cavalier will never forget this.
Another cutscene. Right, okay, so we flash back to iteration 1 and now the countdown begins.
Time retreated behind me
From my understanding,
until it
and
reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, In that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos.
But what if it's...
Time,
But what if now these
space,
33
and
million is
causality
now
all
delusion?
flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar.
That was like
Chrysos War had lasted for
1,200
nearly a
years, I
century,
think.
and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky.
Right, the
While
one
she
that
could
we
not
saw
seize the core flame,
last
she
version.
proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Saritra,
And meanwhile, Twitch chat, hello Lars, how's it going? It's going pretty decent.
summoning heroic Chrysos
How
heirs
has
to
your day
wage
been
war
so
on the
far?
Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
Okay, so basically, the issue is that they cannot
So what you're saying
complete
is,
the
you travel back down the river
prophecy
of time,
basically,
finally
otherwise
reaching
it'll
this
just
untouched seabed
restart.
just to tell us
That's my understanding.
the flame chase journey and even all of Amphoreus are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams.
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Saritra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for
Who
formalities.
are you?
The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealans, nameless swordmaster.
Oh, we've had her. We have heard her name before.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Phainon? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it.
I
Ever
guess
since
his
Her Majesty issued
real
the
name
Flame
is
Chase
Castellana
decree,
then?
heroes from all over have sent
Why
their
did he
letters of
change that?
introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Phainon or Phainon? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, nameless swordmaster.
Oh yeah, so this is
Hold
the
on, my
first iteration.
Let's find somewhere
It
else to
sounds
talk.
like to me that Phainon
Aren't you even
kept
a little
doing what he
suspicious
could
of what
do
I've said?
within those 33 million
Harboring
iterations
suspicions is
to
not my
get him to
concern.
stop doing the prophecy, I
My
guess.
sword dances only when the
It sounds to me
Imperator
like he
harbors
always,
doubts.
until
There's no
until
use
now,
in speaking
failed.
further. Show me your true intentions through action.
Phainon technique. When Phainon is in the team, technique point limit increases, and using his technique defeats enemies within a certain range ahead. Oh, that's a lot of
Perhaps
points.
you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
I just have to think about it. Okay, that's something. No, I can't leave. Okay. Well, that's empty. Yeah, that's empty. I mean, yeah, it is literally the default once again. Hello there. All right, ascent.
Oh,
Interesting. So
nice move.
we get 8 points with Phainon, but we also use 2 points every time. I thought this might be an equation based on how
We
many
just washed it away, and here it comes again.
on how many enemies we're taking,
the
but
black tide is
never
really
mind.
no joke.
So is Phainon behind the black tide then? Or like, no. No, he's not. I don't think he is.
Light up the dawn.
Light up the dawn.
But he is using the same blocks, basically, as the Black Tide. There she is.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last. I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
So basically, don't
second
do
thing to
the
Only
old-fashioned
trusted
stuff.
ones may come near her. Keep
That's the
5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Still don't know what the
Well,
pace thing. Well, like what a
experience
pace
is a
is. I
good
mean,
thing.
obviously it's a
Stay
distance
sharp,
of sorts, but
and you'll
they
be
haven't
just fine.
explained what exactly, like how big it is. Right, Great Imperator Saphia. And someone. Hey, that looks like Akalea and one
Duck's
of
Goldweaver,
Trian or Tribby.
little
Okay.
hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
Why is she calling Tribby little hostage? What?
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Come now, both
Oh,
of you.
sorry.
Let's finish our job.
Well, he's here.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealand.
But yeah,
If
iteration
my
one,
sword
obviously,
shows any hesitation,
clearly then, Phainon or Castellana, I guess, was working.
don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
Whatever the questions is, they clearly did
Dynastia's
not.
golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
Clearly they didn't go as
As
planned.
you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world.
It's actually interesting though, because like,
So,
it
how
sounds
much do
to
you
me
know about
then.
what we read from the
First
prophecy?
iteration was him trying to be honest and being like, hey, this is what's going on.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
Well, Aglaya
How
clearly
is
knows.
this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not
Oh.
in this era.
Oh, I see now.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Phainon of this world has not yet been born. In a
Oh,
distant
right,
future,
okay.
he
So
will
he,
follow the
so this
prophecy's
is the
guidance
Phainon or
and
Castellana
appear
of
before you.
33 million. He's now gone back to iteration 1 and is trying to do things here.
But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie.
And this is like now year
I
3800
will tell you
something,
the
and I
truth.
believe
And you
the
will
whole thing
understand
happens
why the
in
world must
year
forsake the prophecy
4900
and
or
find
something,
another
I
path
think.
to Era
But
Nova.
clearly, everything is already on fire, so I don't quite get that.
Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change,
So like, I don't really quite get what's going on still.
the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my
But yeah,
hand.
so... But yeah, I'm not...
But the
I'm
condition
a
was
little
this.
confused.
In the upcoming battle, in our
Unless, like, he
conquest of
awakened
the
in
Earth,
the year 3870, and right now it's again year 49 something. And clearly he failed in the first instance, seemingly.
I had to prove that my power could transcend fate.
Or like, I don't... We will see.
In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphoreus encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high,
Interesting.
the crowd gathered around the
So,
scorched
he's
remains
now
of the
back
god,
in Iteration 1.
roaring with joy,
Trying to do everything he can to make sure no one dies.
cheering for the hero of the
Basically.
destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time.
Feeding a little into the theory I had, like, last time around.
Yes. In that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just
But
wait.
clearly this was...
When time resets,
This
the chance
wasn't
to
the end then,
change the
though.
world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Oh. So, is that what we saw then? The background again sounded like they are back in the mountain area and it's same thing happening. And now there are two Phainons. Well, I guess Phainon and Caslana.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphoreus. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide
Okay,
with
so
their mortal
Phainon,
bodies,
Caslana. Caslana is now the one that traveled back.
why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes?
Well, they were indeed demigods that he was interacting with.
Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long
If
as
no
I
demigods
burn,
were
they'll
born
never
after
truly leave
Trebios, makes me wonder if, like, who exactly was missing this time around.
Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Great, okay. Executioner again. But that's now Caslana's name. Oop. He's referring to Caslana as the Executioner. So does that mean this Flame Reaver...
After that, he raised his sword.
This
and
Flame
attacked.
Reaver was Phainon, or Caslana in this case.
Caslana killed himself.
Okay, never mind. What just happened here?
That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future? I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone.
So, what about iteration 2
Climb.
then?
Fall. Climb. Fall. Climb again. And fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again.
Somehow it feels like it's halfway done though. In that pick at least.
After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
It's not always the same day though, so I guess he now resets to at some point in the past, I don't know how many years. Either way, Eternal Recurrence number 1. Subject Caslana persuaded the 12 Crisis heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have substantiative impact on the experiment process. Life cycles of the 12 Crisis heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. I think he's now becoming the Flame Reaver, was just attacking everyone. Admin notes, the first devastating failure. Eternal Recurrence number 2. Subject Caslana adopted a strategy similar to the Eternal Recurrence number 1. No substantiative impact on the experiment progress was observed. Life cycles of the 12 Crisis heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence number 3. Minor adjustments detected in Subject Caslana's strategy. Decision rating for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantiative impact on the experimental progress. Life cycles of the 12 Crisis heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence number 15. Subject Caslana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Crisis heirs. Life cycles of the 12 Crisis heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence number 42. Subject Castellana's 11th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. The decision rating for avoid sacrifices of past companions showed a minor decline. Life cycles of the 12 crisis areas terminated in sequence. Subject Castellana regressed the extrapolation process once again. Eternal Recurrence number 133. Analysis of observations from Eternal Recurrence number 83 and 133 indicates that Subject Castellana's strategy is gradually converging with that of Eternal Recurrence number 42. Oversynchronous something. A risk detected. Potentially cognitive function degradation suspected. Admin notes, this will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tome's destruction vector. Within expectations, no intervention required, continue observation. I think what we are seeing right now is him slowly but surely becoming the Flame Reaver. That's why he looked like Phainon, because he was basically Phainon. Eternal Recurrence number 134. Important enough that we'll get a
absolute nonsense.
A actual discussion or like a scene of this.
Cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No, it's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons, paths. What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came.
It sounds like this time around he's actually struggling to convince people.
Exception.
I mean, what are they doing here? I mean, it sounds to me like he's
a strange thing.
Like the more he's going through this, the more he's struggling to actually go through all of this, which I guess explains why he's reacting to the flame, or like why he became the flame reaver.
Actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant
or
to
never
save
mind,
the
he
world.
does still get
In my
everyone
opinion,
on the
The
line.
noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run
So-
into any other scholars, leave them to me.
Actually, interesting. Now the whole thing about
We've
the
all
Titans
made
become
preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the dawn.
not like it matters because I can just do this.
Light up the dawn.
But yeah, it sounds to me then that
Light up the dawn.
You've been to
He
the
became
Luminary
Flame
Throne
Reaver.
before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
I would certainly
You're already much luckier than the other students.
confuse things. I am pretty sure. Right. Oh, would you look at that? There's a core flame. Would you look at that? Who would have
Keep your wits
guessed?
about you.
And
Someone's
Cypher
watching
is here.
pretty boy. Your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you. Isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight.
It is,
In
technically.
the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery.
Interesting that Anaxa
That is
just
just
straight up calls her
heartbreaking.
cat girl.
I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again. Core flame thieves.
Sounds
You really
like he
think you
already
can
knows
scare
what's
off a
about
sage
to
of the
happen.
grove with nothing but empty threats.
Well, I guess this is Bartolos stealing the core flame, or like what?
Not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, please on Cersei's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now!
That was close. I'm out of here.
That we already know. Which I guess the game is now telling us again, because technically we don't know. Which, to be fair, is a fun fact, I guess.
They're
That they-
exactly like all the past ones I've known.
That they do this. That's actually kind of nice
Cunning.
or like kind of funny.
And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Oryx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Right now, this time, Phainon can be the one that does this.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Funny.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
And how does he know that this is Zacharias?
What? Do you know who I am?
Yeah,
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster.
hey, the main mod here on my table, murder. Because the bar sounds just something there.
No matter how
there was a flight.
strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh.
Funnily enough, he managed against, like he appears to be still managing to do that.
134.
What?
134
This is the
different.
134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
Is it 134 times 12?
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
Somehow?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and
Sorry,
blind me.
I'm pretty sure that we are about to
But
say
before that,
him slowly
They
but
can still
surely
forge
going,
and sharpen Dawnmaker.
becoming insane, basically.
Now when
Becoming
I
the
cut open
Flame
your
Reaver in the
stomach, you won't
process.
feel a thing.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you got the guts,
I'm pretty sure that's what we'll do. I feel like. I don't know if this is like the right way of doing things, but clearly, we can see that that Caslana is slowly but surely being more and more pissed off, to say the least. Right.
Future will come. I can't let them down. For tomorrow. I'm fine.
In the meanwhile, find an ultimate.
I will never yield to such a fate.
That's a lot of buttons.
With this newborn sun, tear open the sky.
Okay.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery
And why
demigod
is he
escapes
not
with two
changing
core
anything of his plan? If he knows this is what'll happen, then why did he not change
then-
anything?
driven by defiance or hatred. She decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning.
Or
yet
interestingly,
so
like
naive.
this time, or like all these times, it
Since you've witnessed the
seems
same scene play out countless times, tell me,
like interesting. Like in our occurrence,
will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question. The endings haven't
but
been
yeah,
so
like
cruel.
I think we clearly can tell he's about to go mad at some point.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
And that's why the Flame Reaver was
Whether you
born,
believe
basically.
me or not, I'll still
It's like at
tell you
some
this.
point
You've
he's
made
basically
the
pissed.
wrong decision.
And I guess the flames have been
Alright
slowly
then.
taking over his
We'll
body
see.
in the process.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private.
Oh?
This isn't for her, but for you.
Going off script, seemingly.
You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames.
Which, to be fair, like, I mean,
For all time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried. Because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save.
that is true. I mean, we've seen that in the notes. He's
now,
become less and less focused on actually saving them, so to speak.
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out...
Why do I feel like this
fiery
situation is
demon has
about
been
to lead to
fantasizing of
Cypher being
becoming this
murdered by the
world's
Flame Reaver?
deliverer.
Here and now? And also, what was that about? I don't
I
recall
don't
that
want to
happening.
argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me.
The issue is, like, what
Even if
exactly...
it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Like, he hasn't yet so far figured out how to actually succeed with his plan,
Yes.
right?
Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own two legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th
Did he
cycle,
start killing them?
the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again.
Cypher and Alexa?
Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates.
Did he
I
kill them?
can't quite remember all this.
That's what I would like to know, because it
In the
kind of
endless
sounds
darkness,
like
for no
he was.
reason,
This was the point where he was starting to
voice
go
always
down
lingered
that
by
route.
my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Eternal Recurrence number 134. Subject Caslana's 103rd attempt to breach his scepter's core layer has failed. Decision made for avoid sacrifices of past companions approaching 0.00018. Over synchronicity risk detected. Life cycles of the 12 crisis heirs terminated in sequence. Subject Caslana regrets the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence number 5297. Subject Caslana's 5266th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 crisis heirs terminated in sequence, with a trend of acceleration noted. I'm pretty sure this is the sign of him starting to murder the other ones. Subject Caslana regrets the extrapolation process. Note, subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about a risk of mind function damage. Uh-oh. Eternal Recurrence 12,398. Subject Caslana's 12,376th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 crisis heirs terminated in sequence. The explanation process request. Eternal Recurrence 23,779. Caslana's attempt to breach the Scepter core layer has failed. Blah blah blah. Eternal recurrence 64,645. Subject Caslanas 46,614's attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Even though it doesn't at least know that it exists. Life cycles of the 12 crisis heirs terminated in sequence. The exploration process request. Eternal recurrence 71,243. Subject Caslanas 71,212's attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 crisis heirs terminated in sequence. The exploration process requests. Eternal recurrence 80,023. Subject Caslanas 79,992's second attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 crisis heirs terminated in sequence. The extrapolations process requests. Eternal recurrence 95,575, the same thing. Eternal recurrence 108,641, same thing. Once more, except because they disabled it, we no longer hear about his physical or like his mental instability. Eternal recurrence 180,642.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up
I do
like
wonder
this.
when he'll actually change to the Flame Reaver.
Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And
There
the
you go,
only
he
way to
has
kill you.
been killing them.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
You have to think about the fact that he's
to
not even
remember
1%
how
through
this
this,
feels.
by the way.
Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all.
Why do I
and
feel
to
like
never slack
he's been
off.
telling the other ones this exact thing?
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he has.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw.
So it's like he's been killing those 12 and then he's trying to break through the Scepter. But failing, and it restarts and he tries
Enough.
again and it failed. He fails, he
probably
tries
heard
and
this
starts again.
thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle.
More like the 108,000th battle.
I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Can I like... Okay, no, I can't. I was wondering about that. No. I was not expecting this.
The last Kremnos festival has been
Yeah, I was not expecting this.
and will not end till death.
The fighting as Phainon against Mighty. He parried during damage, to be fair.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me. As you wish.
For the sake of fairness, let us go to the vast battleground, right? Okay, so what does this do?
Quench the flames with blood. Strife's name. I will never yield to such a fate.
I don't know if that's something we can.
The other night. So with substance.
Oh, I guess I'm just supposed to do this, or like what exactly?
If you can deliver.
It doesn't sound like we're getting much. I mean, we are.
Feel the scorching hatred.
I don't know what that was. That was actually.
Shatter the cage.
Okay, so it makes sense to go for this twice and then go for this thingy. Because like if I do this again, now I can do this at full power. There you go. So next time I will do the full thing again.
Let this burn or curse of immortality. Well fought. You may crown yourself.
And there you go, Mighty defeated for like what, 108,000th time.
Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loom, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still.
I'm guessing
not
we will
enough.
see different
It had to be
instances
fed.
of
Even if it meant burning this body.
yeah,
to ash.
Castellana, I don't think you're doing too fine, are you? The 2,003,432nd eternal
No
recurrence.
matter how bright the sun is,
This time with
there are still
Castries.
places it cannot reach. Moreover, The sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the netherrealm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek.
Why do I feel like it sounds like his voice has already changed
Flames.
a tiny bit.
Can we melt that hopeless future?
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24 million?
24,041,183.
That doesn't sound like a normal number.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear.
We don't see
this
him in
burden
full, notably.
as long as you
Like we're
hand
only
over
seeing in
the
this in these
core flame
sections.
of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and
I mean,
future
I don't.
will never
The thing is,
again
like,
suffer
how
unnecessary
exactly.
death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Phainon I know.
He's defining
Please
off
turn back.
way too many.
Don't let that absurd and unjust
What is
fate of
this?
yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still,
I feel like that's what he would prefer
it
if he
seems
had
the
the
clash
option.
of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not
I mean,
to
if
be
you think about it,
underestimated.
like the 33 millionth time that we, like
Even
when we
Catholic
joined
cannot
in,
shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance
it
of
felt
life
like at
and
this
death
point
alone.
there wasn't even a
Not even a
conversation at all. At some point, it was just straight up a
And it is
case of
precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey,
he will murder you
to
and you do
overcome
not
the
get a
trial
choice. Or like you
and
do
take the
you do
authority
not
of
get a
death.
word in usually.
I am the hand
It makes
of
me actually
shadow,
wonder how in
castress,
which,
the demigod
like
of
how
death.
he reacted still. Maybe we will
Listen
see.
closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths.
By the way, we can't actually go back because, like, if I try to go back, it'll just tell me like, no, you will not. Like any key I press. Oh, it's protected by the dragon.
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
So we were seeing him, Castellana, slowly but surely going into what I'm just going to simply call insanity.
I ask you to rest here.
I must transform my soul into a raging fire.
All of this. How is it any different from the real future?
At this point, I wonder. I mean, I guess at this point he's still known as Castellana, I think, right? But at the same time, he just simply became the Flame Reaper then.
Blood. scorching hatred. Hail the new dawn!
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles, fought time and time again. The old sun's embers. Hail the new world's dawn!
And that is Castrus
Lost one.
falling once again.
See that the firelight in the darkness.
Remember how I said I would assume we'll have one more iteration where we try to save everyone as far we know, as far as we know?
Taken from the dragon's belly.
Never mind.
What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all. Light the path ahead. And illuminate the dawn of Amphoreus that's to
The thing
come.
is, like, I don't know what we'll do.
2,003,000.
Like how obviously the flame at this point is the Phainon that had gone back and is now living through those 33 million instances.
As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
Going further to 3 million or 4 million, I think. Yeah, there you go. The 4 million and 4 million and first? 4 million once? No, 4 million first.
You're here, as always. You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away.
His voice is getting
You haven't
worse.
completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle, for the true hero to come and save us. If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond.
That
this
makes me
world.
at least wonder how quickly
From
has
a
this guy been
true
killing the
starry
Crisis
sky.
heirs now. I mean, the only thing we know
If
is
it's
that
just a
one of the
traveler
logs had actually
no
mentioned
connection to
that
Amphoreus,
seemingly it
they
started
may
to
not
speed up,
understand our struggles,
but then they disabled the alerts,
nor
I
be
guess,
willing to
so we
join
only
this
saw
fight.
brief notes about
Your thoughts
he failed,
are wavering.
everyone died in
The mark of
sequence,
destruction is
we are
deepening.
restarting.
But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill
And I guess
still emerge.
really the only thing that
So-
actually manages to get him out of this sequence
Never
is
forget
straight up
what set you on
the
this path.
Trailblazer. And nothing else.
How many times has it been? Remind
Or at
me
least that's
again.
my guess.
My memory is a bit fuzzy. 4 million. Exactly. Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
That means he has no 36 million, no,
Yes.
48
When
million
I first
core
forged the
flames.
12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison.
And
thought
that's
that was
how the Flame Reaver
The
slowly
ultimate
but
power
surely
which nothing
came
could
into being.
surpass. And yet now,
There you go.
this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years.
There's
before
the
it's reduced
confirmation to the
nothing
assumption I've
charred
been having for like an
from my
hour.
bones.
It turns out that Phainon, or
And when that happens,
Phainon became
your long
Caslana,
struggle will
Caslana
finally
became
come to an end.
the Flame Reaver.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Hydration reminder, by the way.
Mind sharing it with me? In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Phainon to the end of the world. And then...
Is that what had happened? Now that I think about it?
Then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path?
I mean,
How
think
can
about
you
it. That's
ensure
exactly what has
the
happened in the
continuation of
33
the
millionth
cycles?
time, right? We actually killed the Flame Reaver. In the combination,
If it were
well, like
Professor
Phainon did, in the combination with
Marglaya in my place,
me, or like with us, I
maybe
think,
they'd
right?
come up with something smart.
Was that the instance where Reaver there, or where Cyrene was there?
Unfortunately, I
I
don't
think,
have a
I'm
backup
pretty
plan.
sure it was the instance
I have
where
no
we
choice but to
were
bet
there.
everything on the next Phainon. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched
The only
prison,
issue I have with this
luck
plan,
is still
what we see right
sometimes
here,
on my
is
side. Because
like if he has, if Phainon
I never forget what
takes
set
on
me
like
this path.
at 33 million, you would have like 400 million core
you mean-
flames. Wouldn't he instantly burn up?
Ever since I
Like,
committed to this
Probably,
plan,
sure. Surely.
not once in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
Will we now see an exception? Occurrence 23 million something, presumably? Yeah, here we go. 23,570 appearance, eternal
Do this,
appearance.
Lord Phainon, as the
Hyacinth.
demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you, and then
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod.
Kaslana is not going to hold up for
Hand
much
over
longer
the
either.
core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
now that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness.
Hyacinth trying to do the best she can to help him.
Hyacinthia.
Which, not gonna lie, like, I guess this time we are actually free at least.
Return the doors to this world.
I swear,
The raging
your deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been.
Let the sunlight drive back the shadows.
And here, I would assume we will say Phainon tagging on Hyacinth's.
Tomorrow to this world.
Hyacinthia's life this time around.
Rise.
As she's standing in front, she looks a little different.
The sun's work.
She looks a little different. Oh, that's because she was standing in the back. I see. Like we saw her back, that's why she looked different.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing, the one who can lead us. Lead this world.
I'm surprised someone is still believing in him.
It's just
It
don't
sounded to
understand.
me like
within the sun upon your shoulders.
It sounded to me like everyone at this point was obviously trying to save each other from him.
It should come from you. From an ordinary person. It's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart.
Has he?
Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that
You know, I feel like after like these 23 million instances, I don't know if he still can do that.
It's your wishes that guide me to the end. That pass the flames to the next me. Over and over.
Thinking about it, the world dying, right, starts occurring when Cypher dies.
So
Now that
you're
I
not
think
just a
about
lone
that.
spark in the dark.
So, I
You're a
guess...
pyre built from the bones of
I guess
all the
whenever
souls
Cypher
you've left
dies,
behind.
because at this point, the Flame Reaver was always the one that killed Cypher,
But what about you?
I guess is...
What about your wishes?
I guess
The
it
wishes
basically
of
explains
all
to
the
you why
countless versions
explains
of
to you
you.
why it kept happening. Or like why, for example, this occurrence, why this sky place here looks like this.
Lord Kaslana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. And I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance.
Interesting still though that after they went through 23 million instances, I guess things still change here and there.
An empty flame saves no one.
It's like he just said, it's unexpected.
But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the
What is
sky
she
itself.
going to do?
And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your
Thinking
sky in
about it.
shades it has never known.
I mean, what did Ray do then? I
May
mean,
they
we...
bring Amphoreus, a
I guess we have
rose-flavored
broken the
dawn.
cycles then, because like, obviously the core flames were no longer taken on
Blown dim, its warmth still lingers.
by Phainon, or like Kaslana specifically.
Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
I don't even get to do anything. Just saying.
The sky with golden fire.
You know, I can't play out of... But that definitely was not my action just now. Right, so, I mean, I feel like...
Fire. Burning.
I mean, if you think about it, Hyacinth has, like, Hyacinth has one, and we have, like, 300 million? I should have gone for enhanced, but oh well.
Let the sky merge with all this world suffering.
I wonder what's always with. Why do they add this static screen? I don't know. Right, either way. Oh, probably should have saved that. We already been progressing to 30%. We are just like annihilating her at 50.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
That I don't know.
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase
Starts again.
remained the same as ever.
Yeah, that way around.
From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next.
I feel like the way we have been progressing,
I saw the destruction
I
of
feel
the
like we're
universe.
now about to switch to the recent times.
That being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun.
I mean, the Iron Tome was this back there? No.
Is this Amphoreus?
It's called Iron Tome, like the King's...
If its choice
no.
has already been made.
King's Spectre Iron Tome, I think it was called earlier.
I will still never yield to it.
I would hope.
23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire.
Clearly he had still been going on for like another 10 million.
The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to
I mean, there must have, I mean, I guess in the 33 million we joined, I think we'll now switch to that, I'm guessing. Yep. 33,550,000 and 550,336 occurrences.
337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
He's not doing fine.
Countless memories are flooding in.
Wait, Phainon?
Countless versions of myself.
Oh, right, okay.
Stood here,
36.
facing the same
Phainon killed Castellana. Now Phainon will take over.
They all needed a moment. Just like you do. To stop. To breathe. To process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
Phainon is not doing well, to say the
I
least.
must go
I have to say that.
and bear this burden.
The issue is now to me, like, what
I
will
must say
actually
goodbye to you.
happen.
And then fight the
Like,
destruction
I don't know.
with destruction. Yes. That's always the decision you make. I will burn.
If you consider the fact that 35 million, I mean...
I will become the Flame Reaver of this life.
I guess it's similar
Keep
to
my
AI,
promise to
right?
Cyrene.
Like if you have 33 million instances of memories,
I will kill gods and comrades alike.
they might overpower the
steal
stuff
the
that you
core
only
flames.
have once.
And even if my mind turns to ash along
In
with
terms
my
of
body,
like loading
I will
things,
keep
right?
my purpose in mind. I will stop Aranova. I will find the next me
I would hope.
and make him carry on
I
this
would hope he
futile
succeeds.
endeavor of 30 million lifetimes. Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too. Where?
Is that now the
you
instance
going?
where we are coming in? Because we clearly replaced this hero within.
You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
I assume we took on that role. There we
Do you
go.
remember what she said?
There we
The
go.
dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found him. Friend.
I'm being pulled into your memories. Is there anything I can do?
I see. You were there all along. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it. No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphoreus' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've
I
spent...
get. It does wonder me, because like that would mean they are
it's all
not
been for
real,
the sake
right?
of defying that end, hasn't it?
I'd be surprised if they didn't find a way to make it in
Millions
terms of
cycles,
lore that
I've
they
said goodbye
can
to
go
each
out.
and every one of you.
Like surely there'll be
Yet nothing ever changes.
one way to do that.
Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
And that's what the Flame River became.
I never had a choice. I understand. If you are to keep the worst
Like
fate
we
from
saw it
unfolding,
in one of
this is
the
only
images, he became one of the Flame Reavers.
But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night. Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Nope. It would have been Castellanos.
Do you remember?
Or
In
Phainon
that
from...
first timeline, you
Wait,
and Mighty
I
Most
guess
stood
this is
before the
technically the
scales
7
of
million
justice,
to 70 million
locked in a duel.
occurrence.
Each
It
of
feels
you
it feels
weighing
like
what you held
things are
dearest.
starting to be pieced
What weighed
together
more than the fate of
finally.
the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it?
It was the card, no? Well, and us, the Trailblazer.
Remember the past.
Oh,
And
never
become the
mind
hero of
that
tomorrow.
prophecy.
What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
So the question will be, what will
Trailblazer,
we be able
My
to
friend,
do
my comrade.
on the side of Phainon?
You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass
Isn't
on
that
your
how the
chest
Trailblaze
is
works?
now the mark of a hero.
Isn't that what it always kind of has been?
If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. And the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers.
I do wonder, if there will be an
Will you
iteration
take
where
on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning.
where
one
everyone
last time.
basically gets out,
Stop
right?
the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed
Oh,
fate.
okay, here we go. That's the thing that I thought will happen. One final iteration where we try. Sure, sounds nice. Where we will try to get through this without
Good.
killing everyone.
In that case,
Which I guess will now not happen
this
because the
fruitless wasteland may
main
finally
person
bloom
behind
with
it
flowers.
was the Flame Reaper, who is this guy, basically.
If he takes on the weight of the whole world,
But now the question is, obviously,
he'll
we
be
will
able
now
to
have
walk
to
further down the
convince
path of deliverance than a fire
the
that
crisis
only knows
heirs,
how to
I guess,
burn.
of this plan, probably. For the 33,550 and 337th time. I think that's what the number was.
One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain.
It's interesting that it's now our task at the same time. It's not just finances, basically.
It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Makes me wonder, though. Like, Siren was clearly reacting to us interestingly in that initial one.
Thank you for all.
And I guess she had the power of time. Was she already aware of this, maybe? I mean,
image of the hero
I would
I
assume
bear
that
deep in
Siren
my
is were like around here still, right?
Steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame
Like
chase
Siren
journey.
also came from this place or this thing. Like it is LCI basically.
Cyrene. A page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering is all.
Although that sounds like we'll be going back all the way to number 1? Or are we going to... Oh. We do not get a number.
Tell me, will you be the blazing
Why do we
sun?
not get a number? Obviously, Castellana, I guess the Flame Reaver is here again.
Burns to ash.
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you, fuel you, until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget
And I guess
this.
now we say actually how the change of what happened. We are kind of switching that scene.
Everything I bear, keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
I guess he's now taking on... Why does this kind of look like one of the aliens? Wasn't there something about... Like, I feel like I recognize this somehow.
Do not bow your head to them.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold, and never tarnish. Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my
Now the
final
question
destiny.
is, where are we running to?
The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting.
Oh,
Someone like you.
so...
Cassandra,
Phainon has no taken them
the
on, but
name of
we
one who bears chaos
are now the
does
one
not belong to a single person.
that...
Rather,
Are
it is
we
the
now the
embodiment of the
Deliverer
mythical
now?
Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes.
Or rather, I guess, Phainon is
As
now
the
taking on
prophecy
the role of
foretold,
Castellana, and we
You will bear
are
the
taking
blazing
on the
sun
role of
until
Phainon.
the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history. But I will still
What happens
place the
if...
choice
So,
before
how does
you.
the, like, throwing back thing work?
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic.
How is the
You and
number
I
perfect?
both know the truth.
I thought for a moment
In
maybe
all
it's a
these
palindrome, like...
millions of
I guess
futile
kind of...
endeavors,
No, it's not.
Amphoreus has
Like with
never
this extra
changed.
0 and the 6, it's not a palindrome.
If the outcome is inevitable,
So
then why
I
not
don't know what
silence
he's
your
on
searing
to.
rage and embrace your fate with dignity. Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Phainon. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
I mean, he's taking on the role, so he's probably thinking more about it than before.
No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives.
How big
and
is
I
his brain to
every
remember all of
conversation before
this,
every
by the way?
choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lygus, who's the real loser here?
Maybe he finds a way to come back. No, he will not. He won't.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the
Wasn't
world.
he killed at the
I
end
can
by a
wait
bunch
for
of
you
those?
at the
I
end of
thought he would.
history
I
another
thought he would have
billion
been.
times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish. But we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova.
I guess that is when Iron Tome will become a thing. Or will be completed, rather.
Lord Phainon.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness?
Lygus isn't reacting well to this at all.
Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods. And what right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
And he was killed once again.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not.
How does he still have power, by the way, considering we just removed most of his body? I guess that's why he keeps shutting down, sure, right? After.
Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured.
I don't...
10,000th cycle.
I think he's now talking about...
become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain.
Like, surely not, he's not about talking about Castellana here.
forcing me
I
to
mean,
stop
he
fighting.
probably is, because
But
I don't think Phainon has
endured.
been going through 10,000 instances. That would have been Caslana, no?
100,000th cycle. The destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny
How is he
spark rising in the
able to
hollow
remember
cavity
all
of
of
my
these
chest,
different instances?
different from the obsession
Actually
with
notably.
deliverance.
Actually notable.
By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall, ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me.
The issue is I still don't
along
really
with my countless brethren,
say how,
dragged into existence against their will.
like how
Drowning
are,
again
what is the
and again
path
in your
to get out
golden
of here?
flood.
Like, to
The very
resolve,
essence
to
of this
break
world's
out of the
suffering and
cycle.
despair, fused into the purest hatred. The
It doesn't really
fiercest
feel like
rage.
there's a
Nook, you arrogant
way, right? Or at least like something they have figured out yet, but I guess we will find out.
Just as you wish, let the fire burn. If I was born as the blazing son of
But maybe
destruction,
Philly will show up
then
at some,
let
I don't know.
you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage burning futilely for 30 million epochs engulf everything.
But yeah,
Bring to a
Phainon,
dawn where all stars burn to ash.
warning, warning, warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Caslana failed to load into the buffer zone. Memory dump irregularities detected. Illegal references, undeclared objects, unhandled methods, uncocked exceptions. Anomaly detected. The destruction energy nanook searching. Uh-oh. So, never mind. I just realized it's anime style again.
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
That is the one I meant, now that I realize. That is the actual one I thought about. I remember that one of them looked similarly. I see why they're going for an anime style here again. Because we do not get to fight at least, but we get to what Phainon doing is. Who's this? Oh, Flame Reaver, okay. thinking about it, is this... I guess not directly attack. No, hang on. I think I was about to say, is this like... I don't know if this is like the first time we actually have someone kind of directly attack Leon. The one thing to know that I thought he became the I thought he became the Grey Weaver then, but also not true. I do feel like, oh, that did look like he managed to do something to him. I don't know if it was there before, but... No, it was not there.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy.
What are we?
Everything.
What is this screen now? What?
You
So recap.
the gaze of an eon and
Phainon. I'm pretty sure that was Phainon.
have stepped
Actually, hang
onto
on. Let's
destruction's
read this
path.
first because it seems to be just
It
continuing.
is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord
This is by the way like
to
it.
destroy
I'm pretty sure.
the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphoreus, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 496. It is a fury called Phainon. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless
The 12 crisis
simulations,
airs, I believe.
only this
Then-
one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable, the nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for his arrival.
That is us.
Allowing Amphoreus to turn once more.
Like, admin notes as well. So,
After fate
Amphoreus is
has
basically a
begun to,
simulation.
turn,
And I guess this is now
his
Lygus
existence will
basically
become an
giving some notes, I guess.
unpredictable variable. Perhaps
The plan
the
to
time to take the
for Iron
stage
Tome obviously
has
not
come.
done yet.
Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If
Is
you
that
do not
referring to
mind,
Herta and
I will personally
Rhythm?
get rid of them
Might
for
be.
you.
Might be. Because obviously they would be... Oh. This is the verification. Our right protocol engaged. Access approved. I'll be waiting for you. Oh, bye. What is this now? What? Update complete. Experimental progress 99%. Log updated. Locating entry Lygus 496. Content refreshed. Okay, I'm sorry. Baseline data. Okay. Skepta, Omega, ME13, an astral computer. The simulated world of Amphoreus runs on this device in continuous cycles. Unlike other Skepters, Blank, it once served as a celestial body neuron for News the erudition. Later discarded. Glimpsed by the destruction during its endless computation, it transcended and became the Lord Ravager Iron Tome. Lygus, assuming the mantle of Amphoreus and Blank, administrator and prime mover of the Amphoreus experiment. Walks the path of erudition, yet seeks to forge destruction. Historical data detected, syncing, sync complete, society ID recognized, Skepta system access granted, welcome Blank. Iron Tome. The Lord Ravager that stepped onto the destruction in a long process of calculation and descended from the Skepta Omega ME13. I think that's Omega. The Iron Tome in the cosmos is not a single entity, but a copy of the destruction equation diffused by the Skepta. The Iron Tome code name was proposed by the Interstellar Peace Corporation and eventually used by Lygus. Algorithmic logic, computational goals, and core variables for the Amphoreus experiment. The calculation target of the Amphoreus experiment, originally the research at the prime move of life. Originally the research topic given by Omega ME13 while it served as a neuron of the erudition. Though it was discarded, the computations continue. The calculation's nature shifted dramatically after Lygus' adjustments, turning from erudition to destruction. Admin note, clearly the value of this topic lies in the process of seeking, not the answer itself. Thus, the prime mover of life is not a definitive conclusion, but a driving force. Directive, complete the argument. All life behavior ultimately follows this path of entropy increase. Actually, let's first, because I'm pretty sure this fits into the book, right? We hadn't actually filled that. Oh my god, this is an actual folder now. What the hell? Oh, wait, hang on. Wait, hang on. No, so, hang on. Confused noises. Confused noises. Okay, yeah, so this is obviously the book. Interesting, but we have now unlocked the other 12, the other 4. So, hang on. Where's we now been added? Sagery has now been added.
Who would win?
I
A
did
young
not
girl
intend to
emerging
start
from her
that like
sheath
that.
and showing her edge, or a tyrant who has emerged victorious from 100 battles. The Black and White Legions squared off on the
Time to take
battlefield.
another hydration reminder.
Golden and crimson blood converging into a coursing river.
The leader herself actually dares to step forth and face peril?
The tyrant charged toward the exposed gap in the king's flank, and instantly fell into a trap of raging flames and iron rain.
On the board, the king too.
Oh yeah, this is no longer a
piece.
book, it's now
If the
a
king does not lead,
obsidian
how would
document or
any
something.
dare to follow?
She lifted the king of
I'm
the
a little
crystal
surprised by
pieces
this.
high,
If I knew
as
this
though
was a
proclaiming
thing,
the
I
ascension
would have done the
of a
other
new
ones
king.
yesterday. I do have to tell you that.
Who would win?
Had
The
I known
holy
this,
city that has stood for 1,000 years, or the foreign city-states invading from 1,000 miles away.
I'm actually a little
Hollow
annoyed about
hatred
this now.
ignited
But
the
either way,
flames of war.
whatever.
The besieged walls of dawn tottered.
By the way, this seems to confirm that we will finish
Only a miracle can save us
5.4
now.
The
tonight.
cowardly
We are
elders
progressing
barred
through these
themselves
versions
behind closed
incredibly
doors,
fast.
while the trembling
To say
citizenry
the
knelt
least.
and prayed.
There is no need to panic. The miracle is already here.
Under the banners dancing like waves, the burning crown shone bright as the wheeling constellations. Who would win? The general who saved the city, or the high and mighty with their privileged authority? The guillotine fell, severing the elder's life. The whispers dissipated, and the scales of victory tipped.
I actually
From
forgot
this
who I
day
selected
forth,
now.
I shall bring justice to
This
the
should be
holy city.
highly
The
Sins,
people
or however she's
cried
called.
out her name
I
and
believe.
knelt in reverence, but were stopped. by
I'm
the
surprised
sound
by
of
the fact that it
scepter
just
of
dropped
authority
all 4 in
striking
here
the
now.
ground.
Great, thank you.
Do not lower your heads beneath my crown.
This was the first and also the only Imperator. Who would win? The heroes bursting with ambition, or the omnipotent gods?
The Imperator issued the decree!
I gotta be honest, I'm actually starting to like Amphoreus.
Perhaps drawn by the grand
Genuinely.
design to
Like,
welcome
initially
the
I
Era
thought,
Nova,
hey,
or perhaps
this is boring,
convinced
this
by
kind of
that
sucks.
king's great renown.
But it doesn't.
Righteous warriors
Now
from
that I gave it
across the
another,
land gathered before the Imperator's throne.
another go,
On
I
the
definitely
day
do
the
not
journey
regret
began,
giving
the
Amphoreus
sky was
another
an
chance.
expanse of fluttering banners.
The thing is,
People
we
gazed
are still
upon
not
the
done by far.
overwhelming military alliance. A
There's still
golden
stuff
city
coming.
reflected in their
And we're not
eyes.
done with this version yet either. But
As for the end of
to be
that
honest,
chess game, the scholars debate
I'm
endlessly.
actually
But such discussions always end with a
happy
sigh.
now that I have completed Amphoreus. No, I have not
The
completed it.
invincible Imperator
There's still
faded at
plenty
the
of things to
pinnacle
go,
of power.
right?
The crown's flames
But it
extinguished
certainly
in the
feels.
lake. The banner
It
once
certainly feels
revered
like
by
we
the
are
people, along
starting
with the broken spears of the heroes.
To basically touch
now
Amphoreus'
a
tail.
tomb. The people said,
And I am really
Even the sovereign
interested
that
to
conquers
see
all before her is no match for fate.
what will
that
happen in the
she
future.
said,
In a war with fate, has there ever been any justice?
Okay. Chessmaster Monarch tree. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Not where I intended to go. The controls are subtly different. I don't know like this. Especially by the amounts. Oh my god. What? Now I wish to know who actually had become okay. That definitely wasn't. That definitely wasn't either. The also not. Hyacinth. Hyacinth has 2 additional ones. I don't know if those are now had been part, but let's, I guess. I'm trying to think about in which order we'll do them.
On that day,
like I said, we
the
do still
dawn
have a little
promised
bit
by
to
the
go.
Sky Father shattered in haste as the black tide surged, breaking through the walls with relentless grace. In a quaint yet exquisite courtyard, 2 bitter foes meet at journey's end, their fates entwined in fate's regard. With no escape, no
So,
road
Hyacinthia.
behind, they trade a weary smile in kind. Together they gaze at the heavens of fire.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
Not long ago, as the romantic demigod closed her eyes, the girl bottled her tears in sorrow and once more opened the dim-lit garden wide. 2 figures step into the courtyard's gate. A general of Krymnos, her body torn, by vengeance bound, by fury swayed. A noble of the holy city, once wrapped in gold, now
Like, I tend to be
haunted
quiet
by
in these because there is
betrayed.
not much I can say here without just
A simple
running over
injury,
this book,
so the girl
to be
believed.
honest.
Yet the 2 women met with scorn, their words like blades. Because their children fled in love's embrace, while bloodied pasts left scars in place. A feud unbroken by countless years, a chasm carved by blood and spears. This was a sickness beyond the girl's touch.
Just do your duty as a healer, girl.
Family feuds are like sunlight and storm clouds. They cannot mend.
At last, the girl saw it clear. The courtyard's birth, in days of yore, was born to mend the rift of dusk and dawn.
Then I will make every effort to have you cast aside.
It's interesting how this book
this
also
faint
took on a bit of a more computer-like
Before
aesthetic.
long, the general's wounds were healed.
Like, not in a
and
sense
the
where, you know,
noble's
this is now a
worries
computer, but
gently repealed.
we didn't have these menus
Yet
before.
when their
Those are
gazes
new
met
now to this
once
view.
more, the loathing within remained unswayed. The girl then spoke the tale of her skykin, of a grandmother's sacrifice.
It feels a
father's
little
flight
less
from
comfy
within,
like this.
of ancestors
I
who
feel like with the
descended,
book, I had
leaving their
preferred.
feud behind.
I had preferred the
Their
pure book
hands
view,
in
to be
hers,
honest.
she held
That's
them
why I
tight,
kind of regret
yet
not
flames of hatred burned too
not
bright.
going with those
She did not
items
waver or despair.
yesterday.
She just smiled and gazed upon the sky.
I will use my own fate to prove to you.
The courtyard, once bright, lay steeped in night. Hanging blossoms and wind chimes.
But yeah, we will
all
complete
swallowed by the black
3.4 at this
tide.
point today.
The general raised her spear for the noble's sake, while the noble whispered prayers for the general, gentle as a lake.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
The death they awaited never came. Instead, a cascade of colors fell from the heavens, simply there, protecting them both. The sky still burned, dark and low, yet her words lingered, a gentle ember refusing to fade.
I will use my own fate to prove to you. Day and night can be mended.
I feel like
So
finance
can
would be
hatred
more
be
interesting,
undone.
actually. Right, Hyacinthia! Chapter or part 4. But we also have part 5.
Sky Castrum, its ruins like a blind and weary eye, gazes upon the earth in its dying sight. Alone, the girl remained upon the battlefield. No time to shy from the searing gold, no will to wear her usual smile. She fought her way to destiny's edge. Of the crumbled mural, but one piece endured. A corner betraying the day thunder night, dazzling in blaze. She placed her hand upon the mural, pain seared through skin and bone.
But yeah, really,
picture
right now
claimed
I'm
her
actually
within
excited
its
to
light.
continue with Star. I want to see what'll happen next.
Nothing is mightier
And
than the sky. It holds countless wonders within
it
its
has no
clouds,
managed to
and
do
each
this, which
opening and
it
closing
hadn't
of the
for a
eyes
long
brings
time.
dawn and dusk.
Like, I gotta be honest
Painted
about it.
world, the girl Celiosi's
I don't know
eyes
if this is now an
glowed,
artifact
watching her
of
father,
me
steel-clad
simply
and
waiting a
unyielding,
year and
cross
that
the
means
land
I can't
beneath
just
the
run
searing
through the
sun.
story? Or like,
But
yeah, I
the
don't know.
girl known as Hyacinth recalled her father's fragile light in the dark, the journeys into lands unknown, marked by endless sunlit days and restless winds.
But to be honest, we will see how the main story develops together,
Showering them
notably.
with soft rain and morning light.
And yet, the sky remains so cold. It witnesses believers tear each other apart. And still, it cowardly flees from all responsibility.
It could go either way.
Within the frame
That's the
of that
interesting part.
image,
It could go
the
either
one
way.
called Celiosi bore fury in her gaze, her golden blood trailing as she turned from home, sharpening arrowheads beneath the wide and barren sky. Hyacinth remembered her grandmother's song. She recalled her prayer to Aquila before her grandmother's journey, and how bitterness followed her to an unknown land.
But the sky is so lonely too. Forever distant from the world beneath. It watches every sorrow, unable to intervene.
No. The sky must be merciless. It must scorch the wicked, temper the fragile, and pass divine judgment upon
But yeah,
all
I gotta be honest,
human
like, I was
wickedness.
not expecting.
Within the mural,
Yeah,
the
I
girl
actually had
named
thoughts about
Celiosi
skipping
became the
Amphoreus to go
divine
straight to
eye,
Planocadia.
gazing down
That's
without
why you
mercy.
saw in the menus that, like,
passing
yes,
judgment
Planocadia
upon
was
her own
unlocked
kind.
because I had enabled it.
But in memories
In
deep,
retrospect,
Hyacinth heard their call.
at this
The
point, I'm
golden
like,
threads that
I am
shielded
glad
all,
that I
the
did
burning
not
sun,
end up skipping
vast and
Amphoreus.
unyielding, carrying the weight of all the world had known.
I know that Amphoreus was rather
No,
controversial, I
The
think.
sky must not forsake
Like, people were more
kindness.
split on it, but
Through its
and
boundless
yes,
embrace, it carries
the
core
beginning
flame of
really
hope
dragged
for
on.
humanity.
then again, I think it was also partially my fault,
sky,
because I do not know how it
it's so
took
dark,
7 streams to get through.
so
I don't know.
cold.
That was kind
In
of
the
also the
depths of
reason why I
memory,
just never
The girl named
actually
Celiosi pulls her
picked
knees
it
to
back
her
up, because I
chest
was
and
fearing it'll
trembles.
take me 10 years
Then
to
please,
actually do it.
Come sit in my courtyard.
Clearly not the case.
A gentle ray of
So-
light seeped through the celestial mural. Now
it turns
fused anew.
out
once more the
that once
land
you got
knows
through
favor and boons.
3.0, 3.1,
The girl who
those
has
were like
now
the 2
become the
versions where it was
sky
like, eh.
takes the
I don't know,
hand
man.
of the girl who
But then
once
3.2, the Castrus story.
I want to tell you the
3.3,
secret
where
of
it
the sky
actually started to
silence.
heat up.
Whenever the anguished earth looks to it,
Like
it
3.3,
always
the
offers a
entirety
smile
was
in
exciting.
return.
3.4, also, somehow, maybe boring at some rare occasions, but not by much. Like, there wasn't much to this. Okay, so this one will probably... okay. So I think this updated, no? Did this update? Hang on. I want to know. I want to know now. Did this update? Where is the vote from yesterday? June 5th. Okay. I will be watching this on another screen. I want to know if the name changed here. It must have. It must have. In terms of the name up here, only the .exe got added. Although the issue is probably I don't know if I actually went ahead and... Did I click on Phainon at some point? I don't know if I did. That's the annoying part. I'm pretty sure we had like... No, did we not? Did we not have a Phainon card last time around? We must have. We must have had one. No, we didn't. That is surprising me. Then let me switch. While I look up this, I'm gonna play the third part and you'll have fun with that.
Phainon. Perhaps you're more suited to being a teacher's assistant.
There were once those who misunderstood his alias. Phainon, an eventuality for students, a test for knowledge gained. It may bring wisdom to light and illuminate efforts, but the word's more common meaning is nothing less than the end.
That's quite ominous.
The man pretended to be surprised and responded with a smile.
Though it does dovetail with our destiny.
Laughter resounds. The man walks the land, leaving footprints filled with joy. Despite the weight of the past, he can always laugh it away. Those nearby glance at each other, unsure of how to respond.
Perhaps I was just born easygoing.
His explanation is just as carefree.
Look at Mighty and Professor Anaxa. Boys all grow up into serious adults.
Okay, I have
as long
pulled
as I
up
keep
the old,
smiling, Akuma will always have an
like
upbeat,
an old
shining
one,
young
where we only had the very last time I had the second part of chapter 7. It just said the nameless hero
has quiet
with a few strange artifacts,
Each time he gazed
which is
long
interesting.
toward the coming dawn, a
I
smile
would put it on the screen, but then you wouldn't
fixed
hear
on
the
his lips,
game, so
paying no mind to
that would be an
anything
issue.
else. His eyes were painted with the azure of the sky, gaze fixed on the titan bearing the world.
I was just imagining.
He explained his own trance in a comment.
Kefali too was once in mortal flesh and raiment.
But either way,
Now, when the man comes with
yeah,
sword
I
in
still have to
hand,
be honest. I like
there
the
is
more
no
comfy
need to doubt he will
book-only view.
swiftly win victory.
I had
But
liked that more.
His smile is pure. Ever since the start of the journey, he is still called a youth in this story. Youth is always ambitious, with lofty goals. But it seems that in the man's
Kind of
heart,
wish. I don't know if
only
there's
the
like a way
wishes
to
of
reactivate
others
the
are held.
book UI. Kind of wish
from
they
the
kept a way
ideal
to do
of
that, because I
deliverance,
feel like just having the book
what
is
do
more
you have
comfy.
left?
Oh well.
The golden
Either way,
friend once asked
either
him
way.
so.
By the way, the issue I have now is
Remained
that we have a
silent.
ton
Then, as
of
he was
content
wont to do, he simply
here,
smiled.
so I don't know.
As long as I don't ask for too much,
I kind of
Everything
want
will unfold as desired.
to complete all of these and also complete the main version, but
In
I suspect,
Amphoreus, untitled
I actually
statues
suspect
are a prevalent
that
sight.
we might not be able
As
to go
for the
through a lot
inspiration behind
today,
these statues,
like
they are
all of
said
it,
to be the clay
while
figures
also
that Kephalon
me giving the
made at
opportunity
world's
that I
creation.
can finish up my Japanese
They
birthday.
made clay figures
Not
in
great,
their likeness,
not great.
bestowed upon them the breath of life, and allowed the golden divinity of their blood to course through. Thus, the very first mortals roamed the earth, receiving the gods' mercy while realizing the sorrows of this world.
It's like we got a ton.
But that sorrow was
Right, we got a
the sorrow
magic
of the
ton
world.
of content here. It feels
Nobody
like.
ever cared what lay behind the smile, what the clay figure thought.
The Prisoner of Flames, Castellana, Chapter 3. How many else do we have? Like, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I don't think a lot of... Do they have, like, all the content now? Actually? Oh my god, I think they do. Oh. Mysterious foreign guest overnight. I don't even know who you are. Terrorbox. Doesn't say anything either. Electra? I mean, that's gotta be the high... No. I forgot her name. So those are the 4 that we haven't had any info from before. Which is interesting. Right, so here's the thing. I think what we'll want to do is... Let's actually, because like, you can say it's getting late, but that's the actual time. What I want to do is let's actually go through the rest of 3.4. Then we'll... I assume this has now taken on the main button. So let's get through the rest of 3.4 first, and then we will revisit this thing and then go back.
You're finally awake.
That's Mem.
That's a relief.
That is Mem.
We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very...
But why
important.
is Mem question marks? Why do we only see the
At
silhouettes?
this very moment, my memories are finally whole.
Oh?
After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Ripples of past reverie. The regrets, where are you going?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you.
That sounds strange.
I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here, but looking back, I
So
still
we're
feel
saying
lucky.
goodbye to Mem, from what it sounds like, unfortunately.
After all, across
We still have her
30
on the
million
tablet.
Sirenes,
I'm just going to call it Tap It now.
I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Cyrene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that.
If it gets so far, which I kind of hope it won't. Because that would probably mean we failed? No? Like, it would mean that we would fail. We failed, no?
Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace. And become part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together. All the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Cyrene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long. Okay?
I don't think we will, considering the fact that we are at... I assume we'll be spawning in at IDs in the CI now.
This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff, forever warm, forever gentle.
So,
let's turn to the next page.
I was not expecting this.
A page that exists because of you.
What is... Well, there you go. Oh, there is Cyrene
Is this
already.
a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Both. For the sun is said to die, completed. The next mission will immediately start. We could continue with that. But I'm actually glad that we get to stay here. Like, I actually like this place. It's labeled as Outworld. Interestingly enough. I'm a little surprised by that. But either way, that was the content of 3.4 already. Like I said, we will have another look at the content, which is now no longer quite a book, but now rather this. So, we will have another look at the rest of the things. Castellana Part 4.
The people likened him to the blazing sun, bringing to Amphoreus a glorious dawn. And for his part, he embraced their expectations, being willing to become the perfect vessel. Like that god who shouldered the world, the man never cried or frowned. Yet he is not proud of his resolve, for sometimes he even avoids the funerals of the departed, only out of fear that he cannot cry for those in pain. He once sought out emotions of sorrow and walked with the lowliest of people.
Henceforth, your misfortune shall be my misfortune.
Responsibly and diligently, he protected all for the people.
Right.
Living in dilapidated cottages, sitting on aged
So we have a
stools,
ton of these to cover. I don't think we'll be able to complete all of them today, unfortunately.
by hunger and cold.
But we will see.
People thanked him for his grace, like a hearth warming winter nights. The man's presence dispelled the cold, leaving warmth with promises of morrow. Whence does his warmth come from? None ask. The man gradually perceives his true nature, but he dares not speak. Unable to bear the turmoil in his heart, the man set off on a journey once more.
Then I shall go save what I can.
I mean, this is, if you think about the fact, this main version is more not a cliffhanger, I would argue.
Sacrifice for fellows.
It will be interesting to see what we'll see or what we'll run into in 3.5. Or what in the next
blown on the breeze says,
that'll be what'll happen.
Losses are constant on the flame chase journey. Indeed, sacrifices were not hard for him, yet his misgivings grew with every tomorrow.
So, it's hard to tell.
Like a tear that cannot be shed.
We still have a few things to go
Such
through.
a resolute willingness to let go comes only from
the game has been teasing us new characters.
He is utterly unafraid
to
hurt himself.
Presumably they'll be now more involved. Cyrene is now involved.
It is because you
as an
suffer
example.
that you are so much stronger than any ordinary person.
We had like those other two that are
those who
somehow
could
involved,
understand
I guess,
him.
seemingly.
Among them, the crown.
Well, like we have unlocked now these four
But
other
he smiled
sections
wryly in response.
of
Perhaps everything
book.
was just human nature.
We now have all
Yet
sections.
his misgivings never
So I would
dissipated.
assume
This unknown man in an unknown corner.
I would
from
assume that
time
we'll
to
run
time
into.
is swallowed by terror.
It didn't really look
Could it
like
be
two
that
were people though.
Unknowingly, path
No,
I
I
walk
guess
is
we
by
will
no
see.
means the correct one.
Fearing
we will
only
see.
that the greater the burden, the more the mistakes. The road trod by heroes need not be that beset by thorns. Finally, at the terminus of that road, in a desolate, empty place, the man's arms tremble. The power is beyond control, savaging all around it. This is the end of his road. But perhaps he had long foreseen it, but was doomed to be powerless to change it.
I am willing to shoulder this world. That is no lie.
But before the tears could flow, they were vaporized by the heat. His light blazed brighter than the sun, but beneath it, there was but cold destruction. The nameless hero, Kaslana.
There you go, that was the name.
Himself.
I don't think chapter
he
3
love
was
this world?
part of the ones we got last time around though. Well, there you go. We do have one act left. Let's go with that one as well.
A gust of wind will one day sweep past, wiping away all of the man's tracks. Nearly every footprint was stamped full of the fury that filled him. That humble youth faded away with the flames into yesterday. The first ray of light to pierce the long night was brought
But yeah,
by
I
the
do.
burning man.
Like, I have to think
the
about it,
body
right?
That bore the weight of
Boss
the
is the
world
closest
was
we have
forged
ever
by the
gotten
fires
to
of wrath.
an Eon yet. I am pretty sure that would be a
Rage
yes, no?
is a crafty emotion.
Like this
It
time around,
changes its face,
Phainon,
concealing itself within
I think that's
man's
Phainon,
life.
actually
His friend
managed
fought
to hit
blood-soaked battles,
Nanook.
so their people would need fight no
It didn't
longer.
injure him much.
But every
But he managed to
victory
do
in
so.
battle he gained left him
And
neither satisfied
Billy is
nor
still a
proud,
question mark, a big one.
only with the indifference of emptiness.
I would expect him to be involved, or them
You
to be
must be
involved.
careful.
At some
Duty
point,
does
maybe,
not
I
drive
don't know.
you to wield your blade.
We will see.
But hate.
Applies there as well.
His teacher kindly reminded him thus.
And behind that hatred, you seem to desire the destruction of the self.
But what about his joy? Was that too merely a phony disguise? He who once laughed amidst the crowd, day after day.
It didn't really sound like
though it were
Castellana had
second
joy at
nature.
all. To me.
No. Even though he knew not the meaning of love, that happy past was not a lie someone wove. But now, even those memories have melted into fury. His hatred is such that he cannot hold on to what he cherishes, though all is precious to him. Fueled with lone courage, he attempted to resist fate, but the burning sun that shines upon all creatures once fallen will incinerate the land, becoming golden death. But what of his sorrow? Indeed, the man could shed no tears. But at the moment the cycle manifested, when all that was familiar was now remote, the world collapsed, becoming empty in an instant. But the stabbing pain in the man's heart, was it but the residual warmth of his wraths? The truth no longer important. The man simply took
It'll be interesting to
another
see
step
how
forward.
exactly. I mean, we have had a
He wasn't willing to
decent amount
believe
of
it,
concepts
but
being
was
introduced
willing
now.
to
The Iron Tome
acknowledge it.
thingy. Lord Robert Trebas touched on
There is no
last
need
time
to
around.
question your heart.
Iron Tome was
No
now
need
meant.
to crave victory. If I am born to be a vessel of sin,
Now, this
then I
time
shall
around, we will
already
be
hope,
working alongside
together
Phainon
with it burn.
to try and. Actually,
In
gonna
the
be interesting
endless
because, like,
cycles,
it's not
there
like
were some
Arcleo,
moments
Castrus, and so
when the
on
man
will
felt
still remember us.
everything
No?
dissolve
They will no
like a
longer do
dream.
so. So
In that dream, he
we
would
somehow
awaken
will
again
have
and
to
become
convince
once more
them
that
again.
boy who loved to laugh. But were he to open
Which I do
his
not know
eyes,
how that'll
the
happen.
fury would cast a shadow. He saw the creators choke his throat, gurgling and gasping. And in that boundless dream, he mistook them for his own jest. But their true forms were violent hatred towards the creators, towards himself, a roaring inferno.
But I believe we now have
Prophecy
all
departed,
5 acts
Amphoreus was unable
from
to
all
usher in the dawn.
Amphoreus
What
1
rises
characters.
in the distance
Amphoreus
is not
A
the
side,
morning
if you
sun,
enter with Senless terms, basically.
but a ball of all-devouring fire, setting the universe in conflagration, searing till the end of time.
And there you go. That was the entire Castellana paragraph, basically. Or the Castellana section, rather. Lygus dedicated to who? Oh, I wonder then. This is probably something we'll unlock at some point then. I am fairly certain. Right, we do have a little bit more time left. I think. Okay, we did that. We did this one thing. I think what we'll do is. How much does an axe have? 2. Sure. Let's go with
On
those.
the days that the grove fell, he
I'll have to
accepted
do a
his
hard cut at
defeat and
30.
demise, as if embracing truth and heresy.
Believe in Titans.
And then maybe
and
we'll
you'll have a
actually do
Deny the Titans.
to the other
and
ones
you'll
than at
have a
the
fulfilling
beginning of last stream or of the next
Yet,
stream.
as the lightened soul
I think.
bids farewell to its heavy shell, a titan made an untimely call.
Do not be startled, child of humanity. You have a final query in this world.
You finally came.
He does not seem shocked and lets the core flame take over his shell.
Be more punctual next time, if you will.
Upon his first meeting with the Titan, the blasphemer is already on his best behavior. And towards the suggestion to reforge his body, he paid no mind.
I have so kindly offered you the best body. So why do you insist upon your mortal imperfection?
The scholar replies in candor.
Only by retaining the various flaws can my humanity be preserved in rigor.
His form remains in the mortal realm, while his spirit walks the river of souls' shores. Between life and death, he fatigues. Dwelling in the child of humankind's thoughts and senses, the Titan cannot bear to remain a mere spectator.
Why not ask me your questions, child of humanity? I am rich in wisdom, and shall speak with no ambiguity.
As though an unspoken pact, the scholar asked the god about all things, feigning a humble quest for knowledge.
Do you treat me just as a way to answer questions? A mere machine?
The Titan got what they asked for.
You should thank me, for good questions are rarer than good answers.
Compared to the joy of a new life, the scholarly breakthrough carried home alongside death filled the scholar's heart with more fervor. He returned to the Scourged Grove many times, and the black tide followed.
I am, to be honest,
Despite
really
his
looking forward to the main
he
story.
never saw it
Like I said, I can't really put much input onto the book.
But at every
Seems to be mostly the
desperate
backstory
moment,
of each
the
character,
Titan
and
would eventually take over one half
I
of
can't
his
really
body.
digest anything here,
The
because
union of
in
man
a sense of
and
like
God.
comment anything here,
The
since
flawed and
what I would do
clumsy
is just
choreography.
repeat what's being said here, which is not great.
It
I think.
happened but once, a perfect harmony.
That's why I
One
tend to
man,
stay
one God,
quiet during this
speaking
book
in one
specifically.
breath.
Stop stepping forward at the same time as me.
The Titan once revealed the secrets of mixing life, a boon, seemingly a blessing, but full of malice.
What a tempting bait. But that's not my desired chalice.
Divine power is within his reach, but the scholar is not moved by that essence. This long and abnormal temptation is also a trial of elevation, where the sage can achieve all things, but shortcuts alone he abhors with silence.
Alright, here we go. Next act.
Teacher, in this tumultuous world, have you thought about your will?
It was just a joke, but the scholar, still at the grove, answered with extreme caution. He has much to say about his posthumous affairs, exhausting all, fearing the smallest omission.
Teacher, could it be that you fear death?
The assistant asks in concern. It was a question needed, yet he gave no direct reply.
Philosophy is the inquiry into death, and I have always considered myself a philosopher.
The assistant recounts all of the scholar's final wishes, each mighty as a mountain, asking what seemed impossible.
The tombstone must be made of my treasured rare stones.
I do
Carved
also,
with
to be honest,
Droma's
kind of like what I've done with
But that stone
with
is a miracle
Amphoreus.
of alchemy.
Like what I've gone for
beyond
here
measure.
is actually an interesting theory. Like this little simulation thing. The world is a simulation.
The assistant softly revealed.
Wow, it's an interesting idea they have
He
used here.
hopes that instead of shedding tears
Genuinely.
over his death,
Um,
we will find it in us to smile, even in a moment.
still
of
makes you wonder though how exactly the breakout of here will work.
That in the depths of the grove,
That is, I think,
the
the
scholar left
biggest question
teaching
mark.
ingenium, imitating
Where I feel like we do not really have a
Go
view
back.
yet.
The living have not exhausted their thoughts. Go back. The dead
I don't
have no
know.
desire to teach their works.
The ingenium's words are cold and detached, like the deceased man himself.
But if you have no one to talk to, fine. You can sit and converse.
Now, the grove is no longer bustling, and the scholar has returned to dust. Thus, few in this world now know how he was also troubled by solitude in life. Someone once suggested
Perhaps your ambition should also find its place among your final wishes.
Pointless notion.
he dismissed in derision.
Unveiling the countenance of the gods is a task for the living.
Perhaps that is his haughty position. Such a melancholy topic, yet he insists on feigning a twist, avoiding it altogether. Perhaps these chapters should not be retained. Most are from the scholar's handwritten drafts, shown without his permission. Yet there seems to be a voice there in remonstration.
It's just the past. What harm is there in revelation?
Yeah, I think after this
Even
one we'll
in passing,
pause here.
his hubris still
And
resounds in reverberation.
we will revisit the other
smaller a
ones
thing
in the
is,
beginning of the next
more
Star
it
stream, I
shows
think.
its weight. The more foolish my name is, the more glory my achievements
Because
will
I
be
can't really bring
in
up my
comparison.
since not sure what to say on here. But there you go, Anaxa. Anaxa's main or chapters are now also done. We do still have from the original ones Mighty and Cyphera, or Cyphera, and then these ones, which I don't think we know yet. But either way, what I wanted to check on though first though is like, what is this? Oh, okay. Here's the view, the original view that I wanted to have a look at. Yeah, here you see we have these things that are now new. What about Mem XC? Oh, so that is the random mem occurrences. He thought you didn't hide. Don't worry, I was just thinking. If I had to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have to be a line so heartfelt it'd be moved no matter how many times you've seen it. And after pondering again and again, I like you still says best, because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time and never fade. That's right, liking someone is a simple and natural part of life. If the Trailblazer has got someone special, family, friend, or romance, muster your courage and express yourself freely. Still, isn't that a sign we're in sync? You always manage to appear before I'm ready. No need to overthink it. We've been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing it when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? Got some examples. Oh, so many examples. Restless nights, distracted daydreams, and oops, can't spoil everything. And it's not just the things that really happened. Some of those conversations only ever existed in my imagination. They're precious too, so I'm tucking them all away carefully in the same book. Promise me this. Only open it when I'm not around, okay? If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. Oh. Okay. I mean, it sounds like these are the ones then that we already had. Oh. What? Encrypted? What is the switch? Okay, that just... No? Is that us? Okay, I see. I guess we'll have a look at those at some point as well. Right, these are just the ones that we already know. And this one. That's the menu, right. I think we'll have a look at these. Intrusion variables. Oh, interesting. Also kind of like the animation I've got here. No. Right, okay. So. I guess what we'll do then is we will revisit this later on. We will revisit the entirety of Lygus Alicii as well at some point. Looking forward to the next stream, to be honest. Actually looking forward. I also like this place. Like it's actually comfy. But either way, that'll be it for the time being. Come on. Either way, that'll be it for the time being. If you enjoy the stream, then you know what to do. Of course, follow, subscribe, follow, like, subscribe, and all that various stuff. And other than that, next stream will be on Tuesday, although I can't promise that'll be starred. Probably won't. But we will see. Can we go this way? Maybe we can later. Maybe we can later. No, either way. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in Tuesday for the next stream. Other than that, have a great rest of the day or night. Or whatever else you'll be doing next. I'll see you then.
Hmm.